Hey, it is Chef Evelyn here. And I know you're probably be like, why is Evelyn live streaming in the evening? But you know what? I'm technically on vacation. And I decided, I was thinking about how I was on vacation and just how rested and at ease I felt, right? And how I have another vacation coming up around the around the corner for my winter sabbatical, and how grateful I am for the kind of business that I've built over the years that's taken a while to build and figure out, but how grateful I am that I remember wanting to have a certain kind of business. And so I was thinking about, okay, what's going to be my next video series for the channel and how can I serve the ladies over there. I mean, and we're still in the middle of the, how to charge premium prices series. So there's videos that are going to be coming at you all the way through the beginning of January. But I had this feeling that I needed to share something a little bit different, something that I don't really see talked about in our community, in our industry, and that is self-care. And I know that you're here for business and strategy and high-end culinary brands and premium culinary brands. And here's the thing, this self-care is the essence of that, right? Like that charging higher prices is a form of self-care. And so I wanted to do this series. I have another channel where I talk about like beauty and self-care and all that. And I'm not trying to convert this into that, but I wanted to do a series. And so far, I think it's going to last a couple of weeks. um, really talking about why we have chosen to be culinary entrepreneurs, why we have chosen not to go the restaurant or the hotel or the traditional food service path, why we want to charge higher prices. Because at the core of that is we desire a certain level of ease, we desire a certain level of comfort, we desire a certain level of lifestyle that we're accustomed to, particularly if you've changed careers, like many of my clients have, like I did. You went to college, you got your bachelor's, maybe you got your master's, or you got a second degree, then maybe you went to culinary school, you got a certification, right? And you spent all this time, building a career and building a life. And it's like, I shouldn't have to give that up just because I want to follow my passion for food. So I was at home and I was thinking about it. And the background is different because I've moved. And the reason why it looks very bare is because I've only been here a week and a day, a week and 2 days. And so, everything is still in boxes for the most part. Okay. Except for my kitchen stuff. But, I was like, I wanted to hop on, I was going to wait and be like, oh, I'll do it the way I normally do it, which is I'll film, the videos and release them one at a time. But I just feel really inspired, if you will, led, if you will, to do it now and to do it live. So probably Monday through Friday, this week, next week, and the week after, we'll see if I go longer than that. But as far as what I just like randomly jotted down, like, I normally have bullet points. I don't even have bullet points. I just want us to have a discussion about that entrepreneurship doesn't have to be hard. Is it work? Yes. But I think a lot of people confuse effort with hard, or a lot of work with hard work. And really, I really want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself in the process. Because what happens to me a lot of times is my clients come to me and they're excited to get started, but by the time they get to me, they are frustrated because they've been, going after their dreams, trying to make this business thing work, and it's just felt like rolling a boulder up a hill, if you will, right? Or, when they get to me, they're exhausted because, they've been booking clients nonstop, and they just got to catch their breath, right? And so over the years, I have found myself having to incorporate a lifestyle curriculum, a self-care curriculum, if you will, along with, the curriculum for building a high-end culinary brand. And I realized that I don't bring that to this channel. I kind of do a lot of like nuts and bolts, this is what you need to have a high-end culinary brand. This is what's going to attract high-end clients. This is how you charge your prices, and all that's great. But what I know, from having gone through this journey myself, what I know from working with clients over the past several years, what I know from the questions that I get for potential clients that come to me, is that somebody can give you the step-by-step recipe and the formula all day long. But if you're too tired to implement it, if you're too stressed to work on it, if you're too stretched thin, like you're not even going to enjoy the journey. And part of entrepreneurship, it should be enjoyable. And and I don't want to say this as if there aren't challenges, but I think there's enough people out there touting the challenges of entrepreneurship. And I think for women, there's a different way to go about it. I think there's a different way to do business. There's a different way to build your brand. And I really want to spend some time over the next couple of weeks really walking through making sure that you, the person, is taken care of while you are taking care of building your business. You know what I mean? Like, at my core, what I desire for anyone that, watches my videos or follows me on social media or comes across, the community that we have over here, my desire is not for you to have a high-end culinary brand. The high-end culinary brand is the means to get you to have the kind of life that you want, right? Whatever that means to you, And what I know about myself, what I know about my clients, what I know about, the women who will eventually work with me, we like to take care of ourselves. We like to look good. We like to, we still want to be feminine and pretty, right? We still want to go to the spa. We still like luxury. We still like certain things. It's just that our lot in life is that we have a passion for a career field that has traditionally been, very labor intensive, long hours, low pay. And I wanted to show a different way. And I feel like, in a lot of other industries, there are these amazing communities and programs where they are helping with the mindset work, and they are really into the women's empowerment portion along with the business part. And I have just not found that community for women culinary entrepreneurs. I just haven't found it. And so I decided to create it. And I think that's why I created the Chef's Table, because I was like, where's a place for the feminine woman chef, who doesn't want to work in a restaurant, doesn't want to work in a hotel, still wants to get her nails done, still loves her fragrance, still loves her luxury, but she can throw down in the kitchen, and she wants to live a certain lifestyle, but also, have a business that she's passionate about and that she enjoys. And so, this video is simply basically, this video is basically to tell you to turn your notifications on, right? If you're coming across this video and you're not subscribed to my channel, I highly suggest that you do that, because I'm going to be going live probably every day, Monday through Friday, maybe more, okay, depending on how I feel led to really get into this self-care for women culinary entrepreneurs. And it's funny because it's something that I'm very passionate about. If you were to ever speak to my clients, they would tell you that I'm really big about them, getting rest, allowing business to be easy, not grinding, being honest about what they want, taking care of themselves. I'm huge on that. I am not about a grind, hustle mentality. I just don't feel like you have to build your business. As a matter of fact, I realized that the harder I tried to grind initially, the slower my business grew. And when I really took a consistent approach versus an intense approach. And when I really took this doesn't have to be hard, yes, it's going to require effort approach, that this can be an enjoyable experience for me, then that is when I really felt like I found my sweet spot in business, right? And so, it's not a subject that I see being talked about in our community. If you go into, the coaching community or like the influencer community or the fashion blogger community or the beauty community or things like that, they are definitely talking about, self-care and all these kind of things. And they've got all these cute little programs and this and that. And it's like, but those programs, those business programs don't fit our needs, right? And so, let me know in the comments if you, had, oh, if you've come across like I did. I used to come across these brands or these coaching programs or these coaches or whatever programs, courses, and I would kind of be a little green because I was like, man, that seems like not only a fantastic program that doesn't really apply to me. Like I probably could nitpick and pick out, pieces that could apply to a food business, but it doesn't really apply to me, and it just seems like fun, and it seems like they had a community and that they made business besties and all that kind of stuff. And I definitely have felt that the woman culinary entrepreneur community has been kind of left to fend for ourselves. That if we're not doing restaurants or hotels, then there's not, or even if we're not doing food blogging, right? There's not really a place for us. And so that's why I created the Chef's Table. And like up until now, the only way to work with me in the Chef's Table has been like one-on-one, right? Very, very, high touch one-on-one. And all of my one-on-one spots are full, right? Till the end of 2022. And, I have a coach, just like I'm a coach. And a while ago, she told me to take people through my curriculum for a high-end culinary brand and the self-care curriculum in a group format. And there's like an element of group for my high-end one-on-one clients, right? But all those spots are filled. Like I filled those last month. They won't open up until November of 2022. But and so I'm going to do. I'm doing that, and I'm opening enrollment now. We're going to get started in January, but over the next couple of weeks, definitely going to be talking about self-care for women chefpreneurs. And so what I want to know in the comments below, like what questions do you have about self-care as a woman culinary entrepreneur? Because I remember just not having a place to go and trying to bend and contort myself into other spaces just because I craved the guidance, I craved the community, but I craved that feminine essence and connection that I just didn't see anywhere, So anyway, let me know, what questions do you have about self-care? I have a page full of notes. Like I said, I've been doing this for years. It's just that I haven't talked about this on this channel, but it's going to be a new series. I think it's only going to last a couple of weeks. It will be live, so you can always come and ask me your questions, or we can dialogue, and we can connect that way. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. I don't know. I'm really I'm really, really excited about it because this is the stuff that, like, I love this. Like I said it before, you building your high-end culinary brand, to me, is a means to an end, right? It's like there's a certain life that you want, right? There's a certain way you want to live. There's a certain kind of place you want to live in. There's a certain way you want to dress. There's a certain level of self-care that you want. There's a certain level of having your life supported that you want. There's a certain level of luxury and ease that you want. And I know that because I am and was that woman. And I realized that the models that were available to me were not going to get me there, right? And if they were going to get me there, I was going to be half dead by the time I got there. And I think some of you have watched my video where I talked about like there was this nail polish called Pinkalicious. Okay, I remember this nail polish, and I remember being in engineering and I couldn't wear the nail polish, and then I remember going to culinary school and I couldn't wear the nail polish, and then I remember started working in the culinary industry and I couldn't wear the nail polish, and all I remember thinking was like, I just want to wear my freaking nail polish, right? Like, I'm a girly girl, I'm a feminine woman. I mean, hello, look at the beat, okay? And I was like, I love being in food, but I also still want to be me, right? And I know it seems so small, but it was like that Pinkalicious nail polish was like the catalyst for me to figure out how to build this very untraditional or non-traditional, if you will, high-end culinary brand. So now you can see, I've got like lavender, powdered nails, right? And so, yeah. So listen, I'm excited to share this series over the next couple of weeks. Like I said, I'll be going live basically daily during the week. I don't know if it's always going to be at the same time because, closing out the year, got client work or whatever, but turn your notifications on, share this with another woman so that she can subscribe, turn her notifications on, and get ready for this experience. Y'all, I'm fired up. Like, it had me going all weekend. Like all weekend, I was like, ooh, I just, like, the notes are intense, okay? Y'all know I'm always going to have notes, but it's going to be a lot more casual. It's going to be like this, right? So I know normally I've got the lights and the this and the that going, and this is going to be just you and I, having a girl chat, talking about business and self-care and the intersection of those two things, and how you can incorporate self-care into your business as well as into your lifestyle as you are building, growing, and expanding your business. And so I'm excited to talk about that. And I'm also excited to let you know, like I said, that I'm opening up the Chef's Table as a expanded group experience, since all of my one-on-one slots are full. And I'll be taking, a cohort of women through the same curriculum that I take my one-on-one clients through. And yeah, I'm taking applications until December 17th. Well, applications will close on December 17th, right in time for the holidays, right in time for my 3-week winter sabbatical. And then we get started right at the beginning of January. So, listen, if that is something, if you're like, Evelyn, I am ready. I've been thinking about it. And so here's the thing, once we reach the 17th, of this month, it will be closed and then won't reopen until this time next year. So I know a lot of times people run programs and, you can just wait 3 weeks or 6 months or whatever. It would be a year. It's kind of like I tell people about working with me one-on-one. I was like, once my spots fill up, that's it. And so they are full. Okay. And so, yeah, we're going to be talking about self-care for women chefpreneurs. It's going to be so good. I'm calling this my Chef Care series. And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. I know sometimes there's a little bit of a delay, so feel free to put your questions in the chat. If you are watching the replay, you can definitely put your questions in the comment section below. I would love to, answer any questions that you may have. Make sure you turn your notifications on so that you can attend live and we can connect that way. But get ready for this Chef Care series. And I think that's it. I just kind of I didn't want to jump right in and not tell you what was going on. You'd be like, what is happening? So, like I said, the video went live this morning. We're still talking about high-end culinary brand, premium prices. Wonderful. We love that. It's excited. And, these videos will be here for you to watch and replay at least until the 17th. I may leave them up indefinitely. I may not. I don't know. Like I said, this is very, organic. Like it just came to me this weekend, and I was like, let's do this, because I just like I was really like prayerful about like who what do the ladies need to hear, and who needs to hear it. And I know that there is a certain number of you that this message is for you. And my hope and my prayer is that it reaches you and that you get what you need out of it. And that if you are one of the women that I know is called to work with me in the Chef's Table program over the next year, really about helping you build that business, but building the life first and building the business around the life, and not the other way around, right? Like the way corporate wants you to make work your top priority and then fit your life around it. And in the Chef's Table group experience, it's all about, we're going to get really clear about how you want to live, and then we will build your business around that. So, or alter your business if you're already in business around that. So anyway, with that being said, I don't see any questions or comments right now. But like I said, if you're watching the replay, please, please, please feel free. Also, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, and make sure you share this with at least one woman chefpreneur that you know could benefit from this series. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.